Well, this is one of the most exciting days of the whole damn year. Today we removed the winter cover, which means that, no more scary, spooky, dark boat cave that we're living in. And hello, sailing season. It's happening. And so today, bring it on. So during the winter season, the boat kind of ends up looking a little bit like a messy apartment. We just gotta keep our stuff everywhere. And that's okay, because the boat's not going anywhere. But now that it's sailing season, we should see a transformation. And everything will become much more tidy and ship-shape. Especially up on deck here. Every time we start a project, we take all the cut-offs and leftovers and pretty much just pile it up on deck here. And so this is definitely going to need some attention. And it's a beautiful day for it too. Couldn't ask for much better. Hey Morgan, what's the plan for the day?
Take the cover off, then get the boat ship shape.
That's true. Well, I was going to add also that we're going to do something new this year. It was Morgan's idea. Before we take the winter cover off, we're going to use a paint pen to mark all the little chafe spots and little holes that is developed over the season. Every year anyway, when we take it off, we take it to the sewing machine and put little patches on, starting to look a little bit like a quilt. But this year, instead of going through trying to find all the little holes when it looks like a crumpled up bed sheet, Morgan said, why don't we do it when it's up and spread out? That'll be a lot easier. So the brains of the operation is going to rule the day on that one. And that's what we're going to do. Isn't that right, honey? Yeah, so little chafe spots like that is not so easy to see when you don't have daylight shining through it. So right now, when it's really easy to see, I'm gonna give myself a little paint. It's not actually turning up that well, honestly. See if I can get a little more paint in there. But you get the idea. This should just make things a little easier, quicker, more efficient to spot when I got it on the sewing machine.
Sunny day, right there you took my breath away. Young and pretty, was it just a dream? The next day you called me up, you told me I'm your little buttercup. You came over and you fell into my arms. Well, I know what I feel, please tell me your love is real. You make me smile when I think of you. If I am down or when I am blue, crazy from just the thought of you. A long blonde hair and your beautiful smile, your sense of humor makes it all worthwhile. Don't make me wait, it's not a funny game. You know just what I feel, please tell me your love is real. You make me smile when I think of you. If I am down or when I am blue, I can't get enough. You make me happy, I feel so fine. Oh, how I wish that you were mine. I can't get enough. Hopeless lover, hopeless lover, a hopeless lover, hopeless lover.
Well, what we have here is a lovely machine. I'll show you. It's a Sailrite Ultra Feed LSZ1, which means it's got the zigzag stitch capability. And well, this machine, it's a tough little guy. I mean, it'll eat up anything that I can put under that presser foot. You know, the only drawback is it's not a very long arm, and so whatever material I put in there has got to be folded up really tight, and it can be pretty clumsy when I'm dealing with this much material. But it you know, it sacrifices the you know, usability of, you know, having such a little space in favor for being portable. I mean, I carry this with us when we go voyaging. It just lives under our salon table. And if I've got 110 power, great, I can use the electric motor. If I don't, I've got this monster flywheel that I can put a little handle in and crank it. And so even if we have no power, I can still do sail repairs with this thing. And I think I spent like 1,600 bucks on it. And so, I mean, it's not cheap, but it's paid for itself many times over with all the repair work I've done with it. And just building new things. Whenever I've got a project, well, we've got a sewing machine for it. So, you know, I can pound some stitches into whatever idea I have, or Morgan has. So probably what I'll be doing for the rest of the afternoon is laying this cover out and trying to find all the holes and chafe spots, cutting little patches out of leftover material from our cushion upholstery, which Morgan and I did, and so that's more than enough to make patches out of. Yeah, you see what I mean about being hard to find the holes after it's off? But unfortunately, the little paint pen, you know, didn't come out super bright, and so, I mean, it's still going to be hard to find the holes. In fact, after a while, after I saw it wasn't really turning up very well against the fabric, I kind of just gave up on finding the holes while it was up. I mean, it was a good idea, just poorly executed by me and my paint pen, but so I'm just going to have to try to be meticulous and go, you know, try to find 1 square foot at a time and inspect the whole thing and do patches as I go. So we use these little zigzag scissors. Supposedly it's supposed to help keep the material from fraying. Just cut a little patch for a little hole. Now if I was doing sail repair, you know, I would be patching both sides. I'd put a big patch on one side of the sail, and then I'd use a little patch on the other side of the sail. That way I sewed the little patch to the big patch, sandwiching it together, if that makes any sense. But for the cover, I've just been doing a single patch on the inside, and none of my patches from previous years have worn through yet, and just that way it takes half the time because I've got a lot of little holes to fix. Oh, there you have it. First patch sewn. And I was just thinking while I was at it, maybe I'll put some zigzag stitches in to, keep that cut from spreading out anymore. And I mean, I might lose interest in that after so many patches, but for right now, I'm feeling motivated. I'll turn around the backside and I'll throw some zigzags in around the cut to the patch. So put in zigzaggy mode. Alright, now reverse. Here we go. It's not going anywhere. Well, here's a place where that paint really helped. I mean, I would have probably never have guessed that to be a hole while it's laying in here in the shop. And not until, it's all set up and daylight showing through that I had marked that as a need for repair. So, all is not lost. Well, I'm all finished up with the sewing now. Got my stuff neatly rolled up here. It's time to clean up my work area. And then I'm gonna go check back with Morgan. She's back on the boat just doing some spring cleaning. Well, I finished sewing the patches on the cover. What did you get up to while I was gone, honey?
Everything.
Everything else? Cool, boat's done?
No.
No.
Oh, kitty? Yeah? You happy to have your Maine back? Yeah? You'll have your lazy jacks though. You should go say hi to Tom. Look at all our videos, just be muesli.
Probably a more popular channel. Well, I have some doubts that Morgan got it all done. I think she probably just doesn't want to talk to the camera right now. She is chopping some wood. Not talking. That's okay. And it's okay that we don't get everything done in one day. We live on board, so we can whittle away at it and get this thing more and more ship shape. But there's one thing that we definitely are going to do right now, and that is we're going to send Morgan aloft, and she's going to reinstall our lazy jacks. I can't remember exactly why we took those down. I think there was... Go ahead.
Noise.
What?
So they don't cause noise and chafe on the mast.
I think Morgan wanted them down, and so that's why they're down. So she's going to go put them back up and do a rig inspection.
It's like a car jammer brand.
haul it?
Oh, we should get our flag and put our flag up too.
What flag?
My little flag I got from Minnesota. It's in the nav station area. We can do that later.
Ready?